Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. Well, today we're going to take a look at a program called Imazing, or a website called Imazing anyways. And what we have here is a program that allows us to do a whole whackload of things with our iOS devices. The most important key feature of this, though, that it does is that it allows us to check our battery health, because as you know, Apple's kind of been an on and off thing with, being able to check the health status of our battery. Because even a battery that's like basically redlining, it's got to be replaced soon because it's not lasting. Always charges to 100%, no problem, and a battery will, but it's the capacity of that battery, how much runtime you're going to get, how many milliamps can go into this battery now compared to when you first got it new, right? Batteries degrade with use. So, we're going to take a good look at this program and show you what it has in it for a few little things, but also do this whole battery thing. So, I've got my iPad 4th gen, iPad Air 4. Get so confused, because I have a 4th gen now. So, iPad Air 4 plugged in, and it's, of course, one of these newest iPads that you can't check your status of how many charge cycles are on your battery. You can't find out the health status, but with this program you can. Now, as you initially download this for Windows or for Mac, it is going to be a trial version. I don't know how long the trial lasts. I'm going to have to read more into the website, so would you. But I think it's definitely worth purchasing, and I'm going to take a look at the price on it because I haven't yet. I just downloaded it in here. My wife's been using it the last couple of days since she's the one who found it for us, because there was nothing on the Apple App Store that was adequate enough. So we figured, well, let's keep searching, and she did, and she found this. And in this, you can do all kinds of stuff: quick transfers, backup, restore backup, transfer to another device, manage apps, export all data, options, which we have no idea yet. So we'll just click on it. We can do all this in options, device settings, additional options, backup location, all kinds of jazz there. So click done. Export all data, update iOS, reinstall iPad iOS because it's an iPad, show device console, supervision, export raw files, detect spyware, check warranty status, restart, shut down, erase all content, and forget. So, if we click over here on the battery, it says right now it's actually charged to 100%. It also tells us what size our iPad is. This is a 64 gig iPad. It's telling me that I've only used 14.24 gig out of 64 gig. So I'm good with a lot of space yet. But let's click on the battery, little green guy here. And it tells us that our health is good. And it tells us our health is at 91%. Okay? Now, into the technical data, which you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand, battery current charge is 94.2% at 6441 milliamps. So even though it says 100%, it's still taking a charge in because it still has a few milliamps left over to get up to that maximum level that it can actually attain. So battery designed max charge is 7,544 milliamp. Effective max charge is 6,837 milliamp at 90.6%. Battery charge cycles, it tells us 10. A charge cycle is from fully 100% charged, where the charger shuts down and says, okay, you're done, to the point where you redline your device to where it says, you're going to just shut down on me, or, type of thing, or please plug your power cable in. That's considered a cycle, and it says I've had 10 of those. Well, I've never actually, in the literal sense, ever let my battery get, even below half, and I would recharge it. But from where I've been recharging that at, and how many times I've done it since I got the iPad, that actually calculated up to 10 cycles. So one of the things I am going to try and do to see if this changes anything is to actually let my iPad completely drain down, flatline it, and then recharge, and see if that even can reset the battery health at all. Because sometimes you can do that with lithium-ion, lithium polymer batteries, and it works. Anyways, so battery temperature tells us what that is currently. Battery state, charging, Tells us instant amperage, tells us the instant voltage, battery at worn level, says no, critical level, no, battery serial number. This thing really gets into the info, okay? Battery average temperature is about 23 degrees Celsius or 73.4 Fahrenheit. See, we're up to 99%, we're dropping down to 99. We're draining the battery as we're charging, kind of thing, because we're running stuff, and my screen is lit up like a Christmas tree. So, battery max charge 0 milliamp, maximum discharge 0 milliamp. This is like current stuff. Charger USB boost. Charger watts is 3. It's plugged into my Wavelengths dock system, which is plugged into my computer. Voltage is 5,000 millivolt. And charger amperage minus 490 milliamp. So that's how that works. So while we're on here, I want to show you exactly step by step. So I'm going to plug in my lightning cable into my other remaining port here, and I'm going to plug in my 4th generation old dog. This is one I recently picked up if you've been keeping an eye on my channel. So we're going to plug in the device. And we got to say, you got to click on your iPad, it'll come up with trust this computer, so I trust it. It's going to do its thing. Now, if you have a code on your iPad, it will get you to type it in. I don't have a code on this iPad. I don't need it. So, iPad number 2, Kevin's iPad 2. So we want the top one, which is iOS 10.3.3. Now in iOS 10.3.3, you don't get to know battery condition either, which really sucks. Okay, so device details, iPad, iOS 10.3.3. No backups as of yet. Let's go to the battery. Now we're at 72% health. It says your battery health is poor. Even though the battery's charged to 100%, that's considered poor. So the battery current charge is 8,025 milliamps, which is technically 96.0%. Battery designed max charge is 11,560 milliamps. The effective charge is 8359 milliamp. Okay, so out of an 11,560 milliamp battery, we've lost quite a few thousand milliamps of charge capacity. Okay, and so if we go down the list a little bit, it's battery charge cycles. 519 cycles this went through with the last owner. That's a lot of charge cycles. And you know, even at 72%, this iPad actually impresses me because I've been doing a lot of running with it since I got it. And even after doing a lot of downloading from the App Store to get it set up, I spent a lot of time today on my Guitar Tap Pro program that I wanted this thing for, just, you know, non-stop downloading songs into it and so on, you know, for quite a while. I really didn't drop a whole lot in my main charge rate. I think the lowest I went down was something like about 92% or something of all that time today, and even the lowest was about 86%. Was the lowest I've seen it go so far after a lot of hours of running it. So it's like, you know, even though it says the health is poor, it's doing quite well. I am going to put this thing under a flatline curve as well and try and see if I can recover some of this capacity rate or not. It's possible, but never a guarantee. I've had good luck with lithium polymer batteries. I'm not sure what's in these. I'd have to check, you know, and find out if it's lithium ion or lithium polymer. But with lithium polymer batteries, I have really good luck of actually wiping them in the memory state and everything and putting them back to normal. So, you know, anyways, so there we go. And, you know, we get a lot of the same information. Whatever information it can track, it can. In this case, there's some stuff that it's not tracking, like the temperature, minimum, maximum, and average. It can't track it on this particular iPad. It does give us the battery serial number. The manufacturer is D, whatever that's supposed to mean. So I don't know if this is an original factory battery, other than I do know that the factory battery is the 11,000 and change milliamp battery. I don't know for sure if this is original battery, but it likely is, considering it's got 519 cycles on it. So, you know, and this iPad is from 2012. But anyway, so that's pretty much what I got for you on this. I mean, it's a really neat system. You know, you can have all your devices plugged in, as many USB ports as you got on your computer, and track them all at the same time if you wanted to. You know, so that's actually really good. So you know what, I think that's pretty decent. You know, let me just get to the main program here. We have other menu choices and stuff we can do up there. I have still got to go through a lot of it, but for the main purpose of being able to know your battery capacity and its health state, that's really good information to know, so that you know what it's going to do. Like even my iPhone is down to like 91, 92%, and I've only had that thing since like last year. It hasn't even been a full year yet, and it's already dropped that much, and I barely ever use my phone. It spends more time on the charger than it does being in use, you know. So, and I don't play games on it, you know, rarely ever, you know, type of thing. Like, and if I do, they're not hardcore games. They're sucking the battery. But I think that the batteries are definitely getting worse in iDevices. So Apple's got to really step up their quality control there. But let's take a look a little bit more on the website here, where it talks about a few different things anyways. Transferring your data to a new iPhone, you can do that, boom, 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 kind of thing. You've got all these features that we've seen in the side menus a bit, you know. And there was a spot here my wife found. I probably won't be able to find it, but it actually goes through the 3 different levels of the numbers and colors and what they mean for your charge state. But you can tell anyways by, you know, just firing up the program. It says, you know, 72%, you know, capacity for this thing. It's 90 something for the other one, you know, kind of thing. So, but do check them out. I will have the website link in the video description. If you want to go check out this program, download it and try it. I mean, it is a trial version right away. As a trial version, I'm sure there are some features that are not going to be available to us. So you may want to consider purchasing it. So let's click the Buy Now link. I'm curious to how much they want to charge for this. Now, we do have slow internet, so, you know, you got to understand that. So, unlimited devices, $60 per year. So that'd be like a renewable thing for unlimited mobile devices. That'd be good if you're a business and you want, and you're fixing iPhones and iPads for people. You know, this would be ideal at $60 a year, so you have no limit to the amount of devices that you can work on for people. I think that is totally ideal, right? Up to 3 devices. I'm going to end up being over that because I've got 3 iPads and an iPhone, so I'd be at 4. Do they have a 4? No, they got a 5. So if we went 5 devices, one-time purchase for 5 devices, it's $100, you know, and the program is yours for good, and you can always have up to 5 devices. So you would have to tell it to forget a device if you got rid of that device, so that you can replace it with a new one and still keep within your 5 devices, and you'd be fine. But you can go up to 10 devices for a one-time fee of $189. So at least one time, that's not bad if you have up to 10 devices you need to track in the home. Depends on your family size and how many devices you have, I guess. And this is for personal, okay? Now, I would probably be at the 5 device area because I have 4 devices, but, you know, a 5th device could be thrown in there, you know. But if I wanted to cycle more devices through, I could just tell it to forget it and, you know, do it that way, I suppose, too, and even just go for the cheaper one for 1 device, and then just tell it to forget it, plug another one in, and so on, right? So you might be able to trick the program that way. I don't know. I won't swear to it. But anyways, for business people, Imazing for your team, $70 per year. Configurator, Advanced Device Management, Mac OS only, $450 a year. iMazing Command Line Interface, CLI, $340 per year. Custom licensing, site-wide deployment, offline activation, and more. Yeah, you're going to have to get a hold of them for that one. But I think probably what I'll end up doing is going for the 3-device one, just tell it to forget the odd one. So let's see what happens. Can we actually get it to forget one? So I'm going to unplug this one. It should just disconnect, but continue trial. So I just unplugged this. Forget Kevin's iPad. Yes, forget. And remove pairing. Has been removed. So, we could do that. So if I get the 3-device or even the 1-device. Because I don't need to have a whole list, but you know, to be fair, I'd probably get the 5-device one so I can have all 4 and then I don't have to repair them every time. Because I'm sure I'm going to end up with another iPad somewhere along the line or another iPhone. But we plug it back in. We have to tell it to trust the computer, or our computer we're plugged into. And it takes up to about 10 seconds to authorize your computer to access the device. And here we go with it's now paired. And voila. Okay, now this is also a Wi-Fi only tablet, so if you have a Wi-Fi and cellular, you'll know that because your number will show up on the screen side window pane. And where's our battery? We didn't get the battery this time. That's interesting. So unplug. Plug back in. Ah, there we go, my cable. Alright, so we're at 72% where we should be. So yeah, not too shabby. But I'm going to say forget this one. Has been removed. Take this one, and we're going to tell it to forget this one as well. Forget. Forget. Boom, gone. Has been removed. And now there's nothing there at all. So, I think it's a fantastic little program, guys. Do take a look into it. It gives you full list of features, different reviews on the program, enterprise, download, store. What do they have in their store? Device licensing is the store link, etc. They have a support area as well. And they even have a beta program for, I guess, testing new versions. That's kind of cool. But anyway, I like it. I think I would definitely recommend it. Even for being the trial version, that is actually pretty amazing. Or in this case, iMazing. It does so much. And like I said, on the App Store, we couldn't find anything that was suitable enough. Or that would even track what we really needed to track anyway. So I wasn't too impressed with the Apple Store on that one. But I'm also not impressed with Apple because, you know, we've been able to track stuff. Like my iPhone, I can track the battery health, yet my iPad, even my newest iPad, and my iPad 7th Gen, I can't track the battery condition. It doesn't let me. So it's like they all running the same iOS. What's the diff? So anyway, there is a workaround, and you can do so much more as well with this program. So that's another benefit to you too. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and got a lot out of it. If you have any comments, you know, leave them down below. I'm going to dive more into this, and as soon as I can get the money, I think I'm just going to go after the 3-device one, because I can just tell it to forget the odd one, because I've got 4 devices, like, who cares, you know? And at least it's a one-time purchase, which is actually great. Now that's one time per computer, so if you've downloaded the Mac version, you put it on a Mac. If you download the PC version, you put it on a PC. So I really doubt you'd be able to buy the Mac version and then go and download and fully have access on the PC. I don't think you're going to be allowed to do that one, but definitely per computer system, you know, we're looking at one-time purchase, $70. So anyway, that's it. That's all. See you later.